Fed up, he forcefully snatched the remote control from her and turned off the TV.
Cut it out. What's with that attitude? Do you think it's okay to ignore your father?
Ugh. My daughter didn't respond at all. Frustrated by her behavior, my husband finally lost his temper and slammed the remote control onto the table roughly. It broke a little.
You. Who do you think has provided for this family all this time? Who do you think raised you?
The moment those words left his mouth, my daughter must have glared at him. Her eyes were filled with cold intensity. Who raised me? Mom and Grandma did.
Huh?
He probably didn't expect such an answer to come back. My husband was speechless and froze in place. There was a brief silence during which I sighed and walked over to sit on the sofa next to my daughter. My husband is still bewildered. Miley understands everything, you know. My husband continued to stare at me dumbfounded. Just as I sighed deeply, once again my daughter spoke up. I know everything. Mom pays for all household expenses, right?
What?
My husband looked surprised, finally realizing his situation. Did he really think no one would find out? There's no other word for it but stupid. Dad, you got laid off, and now you're working part-time jobs, right? I know.
Why would you bring that up?
I heard it from Mom.
Did you tell her?
Of course I did. There's no reason to keep quiet about it. Actually, my husband was laid off a few years ago. Naturally, our finances became tight, but fortunately my job was going well. Right after my husband got laid off, I received an offer for a full-time position at just the right time, which helped us manage to make ends meet. But it wasn't good for my husband. I wonder if he got too comfortable relying on my income, as he didn't bother to search for a proper job and instead kept switching between temporary jobs. He acted all high and mighty about the company cafeteria, but it was just a lie to hide that he was tired of convenience store lunches. Perhaps he wanted to shield our daughter from the truth out of stubbornness. It's a pity. I was fed up with my husband's arrogant behavior, so I told our daughter the truth. Dad, you're the worst.
Why are you saying that?
My daughter looking at her father with disdain, and my husband looking at me with bewilderment. There's no way I wouldn't say it. I know Mom works hard to earn money and Grandma helps with our daily life.
Why are you bringing my mom into this?
My husband still seems to be struggling to grasp the situation. Because I asked for her help. When my husband got laid off, our daughter was still in elementary school. It would have been nice if my husband, who had spare time, could have taken care of our daughter, but of course, he refused. He would say things like,
I'm busy with job hunting,
even though he wasn't really searching for a job properly. We had trouble finding an after-school program for our daughter to attend, but thankfully my mother came to the rescue. Thanks to her, our daughter could spend her afternoons at our nearby family home, and I could focus on work with peace of mind. To help me, she frequently prepared dinner. The dishes she cooked were delicious, as she had learned from her grandmother during that time. We've relied on Grandma's help as well, not just Mom. Dad, not knowing about that means he doesn't care about us, right? Can we even call him a father? He's never thanked Mom, has he? He's really awful. You're always asking Mom for money, but where did your own earnings go?
Well, there's a deep reason for that.
Is that deep reason related to this debt? As my husband tried to make excuses, I handed him a document I'd been holding on to. A cash loan agreement.
Where did you get this?
It was just sitting on the desk in the bedroom.
You shouldn't go snooping around.
Of course we'd look. If there's a loan agreement with my husband as the borrower, of course I'm going to look. It'd be strange not to. I thought my eyes were going to pop out when I saw the amount written there. It wasn't just a few $1,000s. It was several tens of thousands. What did you use it for?
Ugh.
My husband fell silent. At that moment, our daughter slammed the table. It seemed like my husband's body lifted slightly off the ground. What did you use it for, Dad?
Gambling?
Why does your answer sound like a question? Well, I had a feeling, but both my daughter and I were astonished. Despite his pompous,
"Who do you think?"
talk, he ended up like this. It's beyond pathetic. Dad, you're really the worst. It's unimaginable to have a parent like this. It's embarrassing, pathetic.
Ugh.
Even my husband, unable to argue back, remains silent as the debt is exposed to daylight. I handed him a piece of paper piling on. Please, sign this.
What's this? Divorce papers?
Throwing away our daughter's lunch was the trigger for considering divorce, but it's unforgivable, but if that were the only reason, I wouldn't have decided on divorce. But now it's different. Blaming others and acting superior to the family is just plain arrogant. Not contributing to the living expenses and greedily spending all our earned money on yourself. And finally gambling and burdening us with massive debt. Hiding it all and repeatedly boasting about your own pride. Such foolishness. Are there people like that?
Maybe I need it as a form of healing?
Once again, he says something foolish in response to my question. Healing? Like that could ever happen. Well, in that case, please go back that way. I thrust half of the divorce papers towards my husband.
Huh? Go back? But this is my home, isn't it?
I glare at my flustered husband and push the divorce documents towards him. Your parents are already aware of the situation. When the time comes, please take care of it. Please feel free to return to your parents' home. Also, you need to sign the divorce papers and send them to me.
Huh? You've told my parents too?
Of course. I told them as soon as I found out about the debt. Get out quickly.
No, I don't want to.
My husband crumbled before my eyes, but then he quickly looked up towards our daughter.
Miley, is this okay with you? Dad's going away, you know. From now on, I'll change my ways. You can watch TV and I'll do whatever you want.
He clung to that. My daughter calmly dismissed my husband. Well, Dad, since you only work occasionally, you have a lot of free time, right? TV is obvious. Besides, Mom bought that TV in the first place.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can go to tutoring too.
So, Mom's paying for my tutoring too. I've been going there already.
Huh?
Mom's the one giving the money. She said it's okay for me to go, so I'm attending now.
What?
It's only natural. What's the point of being a parent if you don't do things to help your hardworking daughter? So, Dad?
Yes?
With a beaming smile, my daughter waved goodbye to her father. Bye-bye, she declared, bidding her farewell. Smiling, my daughter waved her hand while my husband wore a look of despair. I'm sure I'll never forget it. Afterward, my husband returned to his parents' home, but my in-laws, who heard my side of the story, were apparently furious and lectured him all night. They paid off the debts and agreed to cover our daughter's expenses after the divorce. Although I initially declined, worrying about their retirement funds, I decided to accept their reassuring response.
It's okay. We'll make sure our son repays it.
While I am employed full-time, I was honestly anxious about the future. Even though things are okay for now, sending my daughter to university will require a significant amount of money. So, I accepted their offer sincerely. With the support of my in-laws, I was able to divorce my husband safely. As for that ex-husband of mine, he was first kicked out of his parents' home and forced to live alone in a rundown apartment. Reportedly, he spends his days doing manual labor under his parents' supervision, getting whipped figuratively. Yeah, that's not enough, so he has to work as a security guard at night. That rundown apartment is just a place to sleep. Well, considering all the freedom he had before, I guess you could say he's getting what he deserves. As for my daughter and me, we are enjoying fulfilling days freed from that reckless husband. My daughter is attending her top choice high school every day with a smile. Whenever I see her smile, I know I made the right choice.